guys, it's PonkyPlays. Welcome to a Raid Shadow Legends video. So if you saw my last video, I went ahead and did shard pooling so that I could get Leonardo, because it's the only way you can guarantee him. But I am pretty close right now to getting a 5-star soul for him, so I figured I wait to see if I could get any luck with shards on Clan Boss. I did get one sacred shard, but that's about it. But I'm still gonna go ahead and go for it, because I mean 40,000 shards is still gonna be more than I'd like, but yeah, I think it's worth it. And then this mythic tome is also kind of tempting, but I don't know if I'll get that much, or if I'll want to get that far. Either way, I'm gonna really quickly start the video. I have a little bit of relics I can craft, and a lot of ads apparently. So I figured let's test the water again and see if I can craft anything good before I start. Ooh, okay, I do like this Erethy coronet. It's pretty nice. Let's see, anything else? Standard group. Let's do one from the Discovery. Okay, the Thunderous Circlet is alright, I guess. And then I'm gonna do one of the Chimeras with Epics. Let's see. That's unfortunate. Anyways, hopefully the luck for the shards aren't that bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Sacred Shard, and then I think I'm going to do like a 10 pool on Void Shards. I don't want to necessarily spoil anything from the last video if you haven't seen it. I am going to try and go for Shoe Sand though, since she can be, I feel like she can be a really, really good setup for like gross speedrun teams in dungeons. So I want to go ahead and see if I can get lucky with a 10 pool. Highly doubt it, but we'll see. And then for Ancients and for my Sacred Shard, I put Richtof because he's the only one that I don't own out of the champions. And if for whatever reason I pull a lot, I can use him to empower, which I doubt that's going to happen. But he empowers Michelangelo, so there's that. Let's go ahead and do some summonings. I think that might be enough shards. Let me really quickly see. 50,000. Okay, so that would be like 30 more pools. Ooh, it's a lot more ancient shards than I was expecting. I mean, maybe I'll get lucky with the 30 extra. I do have enough for 10 more pool. I'm just gonna make space really quickly again and be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. I am gonna do, like I said, just like 30 more ancient shard pools, and that'll still leave me with a little bit left. So maybe I'll just do like, I think if I do a void shard, no, I might need to do a few void shards. I'll just see. I'll do the 30 pools right now and see where that leaves me and how much I need. So let's hope for some luck. Okay, I mean, I got a few epics, which is nice. I think I want to say I need like a little bit over or under 1,000 points left. So that should be like a void shard and a few ancient shards. I think it might just be 1 and 1. Let me really quickly check. Yeah, pretty much just 1 and 1. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that and call it good for void pooling or shard pooling. Let's see. Rare, it's to be expected from voids. And then last summoning. Okay. Well, the luck wasn't necessarily on my side when it came to the shard pools, but hey, at least I've got myself a 5-star Leonardo, which is awesome. Was it worth it? Hopefully. I mean, he's a really, really good champion for sure. Let me really quickly go ahead and awaken him. And I completely forgot to go through his kit last time I grabbed him. So I'm gonna really quickly check his kit in depth. Let's see, he should be all the way down here somewhere. Right here. So he's got his basic attack, attacks one enemy 2 times. When counter-attacking, will repeat this attack against a random enemy and ignores 3% of the target's defense for each buff on this champion, up to 15%. So as long as he's got 5 buffs or more, he'll be ignoring the max amount of defense on this skill, which is not bad. 15% defense. It's alright for an A1, right? And the fact that he's repeating it with the counter-attack on somebody else is kind of nice, especially against like bosses, because that repeat will happen to the same boss. Then he does increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns and an ally protection buff on all allies except for this champion. That's on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. Also places unkillable and counterattack on himself for 2 turns. So again, that works with his A1, the counterattack part. The unkillable is really nice because usually, as far as I've known, ally protection champions, you don't want to build with much crit damage, because apparently the more crit damage, the more damage they take from the ally protections. Is from at least remembering back in the day when I used to watch a lot of the videos talking about clan boss and all that. That seemed to be the case. I don't necessarily know why or if that still is, but I just know personally I don't like building my ally protection champions with a lot of crit damage, even if I want them to deal damage because of that reason. But with him, you don't have to worry about it because he's got unkillable, so that's awesome. And then his A3 attacks all enemies. The damage inflicted by this skill increases by 5% for each buff on all allies and enemies, which is pretty gross. That's, I mean, in an ideal world, if you've got 10, let's see, like arena where there's 4 and 4, if everybody's got 10 buffs, which I guess is not impossible because that's a very, you know, arena right now is a very buff heavy meta. That would be 8 times 10 times 5, which would be 80 times 5, which is 400 extra damage. Again, that's very unlikely to happen, but that's kind of gross. And then in like wave content, if you're just manipulating your buffs, if you get like 5 buffs per champion, and that's 5 champions, that's 25 times 5. So 125 extra damage, that's pretty nice. And then he removes all buffs from all enemies if the attack kills an enemy, which sounds like a pretty likely thing to happen. This effect cannot be resisted. So this being the only thing that could potentially need accuracy, but as long as he's healing it doesn't, it's really nice. If you've got 1 turtle ally, he will ignore 15% of each target's defense per ally and does not count himself. So up to a 45% ignore defense, which is really nice. turtle ally or 2 turtle allies increases the damage dealt by the skill in proportion to this champion's missing HP, which he does the unkillable on himself, so it's very likely that he'll have a lot of missing HP. And then 3 turtle allies activates the skill whenever an ally's HP drops below 50%. Occurs once per skill. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. It will not activate on duplicate copies if this champion, of this champion, if this particular champion is dead. And that's on a 3-turn cooldown. Really nice as well. So instant activations, as long as their HP drops below 50%, any of theirs, it's pretty nice. And then you've got Hero in a Half Shell. The passive places a Stone Skin buff on this champion for 1 turn. Each time this champion's HP drops below 50%, occurs once per skill. It doesn't have a cooldown either. So I'm assuming that means as long as it's taking a turn, he can have this proc again. So if you paired him up with like some healers and stuff, he would be kind of nasty to try and take out. Sounds pretty strong. Whenever, and then he's got the ally attack basically whenever one of the other turtles attacks. And then he is a defense champion, so defense in all battles by 33% is really nice as well. Yeah, he sounds like a really nasty champion. Let's see what his base stats are at max level. So you're looking at 1700, almost 1800 or 18,000 HP, and then 1600 defense. That's really high. 101 speed as well. That's not bad. Yeah, I bet you can like dish out a lot of damage. And last time I checked, I think all of his all of his ratings are at a 4.9, which is pretty high. And really silly that they're all the same. I definitely like him. I think it grows, and the fact that I managed to get lucky and got all the turtles. I mean, I guess I didn't get lucky. I got that free one. I went for the fusion for Donatello, and then I went for the Raph event and now the Leo event. So I was just able to save up enough stuff so that I can get them, because I ain't planning to be a pay to win if I don't need to be. So far, I think I want to say the last time I remember spending any money on Raid was for the Monster Hunter event, because I believe I was like 5 fragments shy of the one. Let's see, he is this guy, Alatrion Blade Master. I think I was like 5 shards shy of him, and so I ended up having to spend some money. I think it was to get the points so that I could get the last few fragments, which at least it was like $5, so that's fine. But I definitely don't plan on being or needing to spend any money if I don't need to, because I don't think it's worth it. Pretty much any time, I don't think it's ever worth it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys went for the champion and for the soul. Let me know if you guys think it was worth going for the soul. I mean, I guess it just depends on how much I end up using him and the turtles in general, but hopefully, I mean, I can see using them in a lot of places because they all work really well together. So I'll just have to test them out and see how much I enjoy having them in different areas. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. So until the next video, guys, take care.